Yo, what is going on, everybody? K-Man Jack back for another album reaction slash review, and we are back live from the studio. Yo, hopefully you guys are having a fantastic week. Really excited for this week's album reaction. This is a band or a collective that I've really only recently got into over the last year since starting the channel. GORILLAZ. I've learnt the many talents of their frontman Damon Albarn through a series of different songs and albums. I heard him on the Flume song Palaces. I checked out Demon Days, which was my first dive into GORILLAZ, and far out, what an awesome sound. This band's ability to jump across genres throughout their projects is something to marvel at. Definitely something that I respect quite a lot. Hearing each song, I really did not know where it would go. Following Demon Days, I really wanted to check out more of their work, so I checked out their follow-up, Plastic Beach. Plastic Beach just built upon what Demon Days did for me, and I found one of my favorite songs that I have checked out on the channel, On Melancholy Hill, which is a fantastic combination of sounds that feels both nostalgic yet so pure and warm and present. For the most part, I really thoroughly enjoy going back to both projects. Now, I think we found out quite late last year, or probably the last quarter of last year, the GORILLAZ were releasing a new album, Cracker Island. They released a couple of singles, which I did steer clear from, one with Thundercat, one with Tame Impala. Both artists that I really respect and love to hear from. So I'm super excited. I love this band. I love the sound that they orchestrate on their projects. And I haven't listened to all of their work. I haven't listened to their debut. I haven't listened to Humans, nor have I listened to that sound compilation album they did. These are all albums I'd like to check out in the future. But right now, we are going to listen to Cracker Island, their new project.
On Cracker Island it was born, to the collective of the dawn. In the end I had to pay, nothing more to say. They taught themselves to be a code, they didn't know its many strategies. By the collective from the grave, it only came out at night.
Hey.
It ate up their paradise, out there on my silver lake. In the end it will be great. I'm like a ship between the tides. I held on, I survived.
Oh, it's catchy, man. It started to
They
build
taught
this.
themselves to be a code, they didn't know its many strategies. Into my formats every day. In the end I had to pay.
We jumped in it straight from the get-go. The beat came in straight away. When I go back to my previous times checking out GORILLAZ, one thing I take into account most times is the songs generally start with a certain sound and they gradually build, and different tracks and dynamics are added throughout the song. That one, we just kind of jumped in straight away. That beat was pretty prevalent throughout the whole thing. Lyrically, it was quite repetitive. Structurally, it felt quite repetitive. There was a point about maybe the third verse, or this, before the maybe the last quarter of the song, where the flow hit me. It was almost like the repetitive nature of how he was sounding, it clicked. While it started, and I was kind of like, okay, are we going to develop or expand here? It stays quite repetitive, but then it clicks, and you start like da 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 da. You kind of flow with it a bit more. Not my favorite track by GORILLAZ. Probably not my favorite intro track off of the albums I've heard neither. But Thundercat's influence was prevalent. It was notable. You could hear him on the ad-libs. You could hear him kind of playing and plucking that guitar in the back. I think he would have had a lot to do with the production and structure of this sound as well. Thundercat is truly a remarkable musician. So very cool to hear them on a track. Damon's voice is just iconic at this point for me. I hear it and yeah, I love the rawness to it. That scared the crap out of me. I was not expecting that. Sheesh. That's why I don't do reactions in the morning.
Then I put my coach in the machine, but the world I found was made a faulty dream, a faulty dream. I was on my own there in the psychic silence, fly out of the doldrums and recall the love from the early database of your love, interlocking cluster bombs like drum and bass. I thought, close the wells of poison, fill them up with love. I was on my own there, I was all alone. I got lost in tangible, but that's the place you reach when you can't help yourself anymore.
Layering's really good on this song.
Cause I got no choice in it, and I'm not so cold. I could look you in the eye and not recall.
It's a classic Gorillaz sound, man. The reverb on his voice. Yes. That is an awesome, fun Gorillaz track. Stevie Nicks was awesome on it. I love how when she came in, it was just layering her vocals over Damon's. There's a couple of songs where he just has this reverb on his voice, which feels so warm. And the way he sounds, he just flies over these instrumentals. But they find sounds and tracks that hit you, that are catchy, that are melodic. And in this case, it works really, really well. I hear this song and I love how it's almost like, the gradual build. You feel like you're on this nice kind of gradual rise throughout the song, and then almost feel like at the top of the mountain as it goes into the final chorus or the outro, and you're looking out at the sunset. That's what this song felt like. Lyrically, I wasn't keeping up with like the meaning behind the lyrics. I do feel like there was quite clear, pure messaging from this song. But even when we go into that third verse, and there's like it was almost like Damon's voice has been layered a couple times, Stevie's voice as well. It added this kind of extra element, which kept that gradual build going. Those kind of songs give me the On Melancholy Hill vibe to it. That warm, nice little synth line that feels quite pure, plays throughout. But yeah, overall, really love that song. I think I prefer this sound over the sound that we hear on Cracker Island. They're two distinct sounds that I think this band goes for in a lot of senses. Obviously, they're genre jumping, but that spoken rhinestone eyes sound versus Oil, which is more On Melancholy Hill. I don't know if the coffee's working just yet. My brain's still ticking, but all I know is the endorphins were kicking when I heard that song. The Tide Influencer. Oh, that great little synth line that's just bouncing in the back, man.
It's a crack screen world where white blooms above the city.
Okay.
Catch sunrise and the freeway glows. Touchdown every day. The tired influencer is sleeping deep, waiting for an answer.
main hit.
Is it meant to be?
I like how tight that snare is, got a bit of kick to it.
It's meant to be.
Yeah. A lot of dynamics on that song, a lot of different sounds, layering, perceptive sounds that come in and out throughout the track. The tight influencer continued on from that sound we heard on Oil, that quite rich synthy sound that's more warm, pure. I felt like the lyrics were a little bit more bleak though. Again, didn't really take in the lyrics as such, but also there's a lot of ambiguity. I can't even say it. Ambiguity. I feel like there's a bit of ambiguity in some of their messaging as well, which allows it to be open to interpretation. I just enjoy that sound, that really warm sound. Yeah, these two last songs have been very much down that lane of what I really enjoy from this band. Silent Running, featuring Adeleye. Don't really know Adeleye, but I'm keen to have a listen. Hey. Just on the vocals there. It's a fairly simple melody on the synth, but it just generates so much warmth and just passion. Of this song, so many tracks. And the whistling comes back. I'll be running. I'll be running. I'll be running. I'll be running. Let's go, man. Let's go. Awesome project so far. These last three songs have really been in the lane of sounds that I love. Really warm, really rich. The way his vocals are being presented on these tracks and the layering of his vocals as the song progresses, it just adds different levels of depth to the song, to the passion behind the songs. Just an awesome blend of sounds. This Adeleye, I hope I'm saying that right. Adeleye sounded awesome on the kind of backing, the ad-libs as well. Just that kind of rich and warm tone that he had as well was good. But yeah, Damon is charging through these songs with such a maturity and poise about himself. That one had quite a lot of dynamics, a lot of sounds that were flying around. I like the whistle sample. You hear it at the start, and then it becomes prevalent again towards the end. It's just a full circle moments in Gorillaz music. You'll find that sounds you'll hear at the start of a track or in the middle of the track, they often come back around and they have a prevalent part to play in the outro or the final chorus. Yeah, and that song played itself out really nicely. Even just the piano that was pushing the song towards the start, it was just really kind of 60s or Western diner kind of, what is it? Like a Western piano, like someone's out playing, down in the Western bar or pub down there, and they're just, it's really just fly off the, just less controlled piano playing, which, really added to the kind of chaos and energy behind this idea of running or this silent running. It's like a mental running. which is not tangible. People can't see it, but internally you know that you're running from a problem or running from a feeling. Yeah, man. Awesome. We like that. New Gold featuring Bootie Brown and Tame Impala. I'm so freaking excited to listen to this. Basically, we have I think I've mentioned it a couple of times on the channel, but in Australia, we have a radio station called Triple J that does a top 100 every year in which anyone around the world can vote for their top 10 songs from this year. There is a pool of songs. It's not just any song, but there's quite a large selection. And I know this song hit the top 100. I didn't hear it. I didn't want to hear it because I wanted to check it out for this album reaction, but I know it did make the top 100 here in Australia. So fans liked it. So I'm excited to hear it. Tame Impala, obviously a huge fan as well of Kevin's work. So let's see how it sounds. Come on. It's already gonna be good.
But in the magical, there's a pretty one. I ask her where it goes, 'cause I really want. I wonder if she knows that we're underwater. That's the way it goes in the city. Move to the spot, I want a view, a whole lot of everything but nothing to do. Till the end of Tesla, partner, ex-wrestler, he dates Francesca. They on the Zanny Hills, 'cause the end is near.
Classic Tame Impala sound there.
Yo, a desolate city where it hurts to smile. Ran into the reverend, says it's been a while.
Oh, how's that
Randall, she's a social scandal. Give her such a handle when it's too much to bear. ABC boys rated the mayor like Sean, he's a writer too. Are we all losing our minds? Because life got in the way. They will be here just in time. You're replaced. It is here to stay. New gold, false gold. Everything will disappear. New gold, false gold.
The layering. Let's go. Any artist, any producer, any composer that is able to layer what feels like 2 parts, 3 parts of a song in an outro. Layering it in itself is already a difficult thing, but the way that that outro plays out just would be so difficult. You're trying to blend these 3 parts of the song in a manner that doesn't feel, in a manner that they flow into each other in this complete sound to create this outro. And as I was listening to the outro there, I was kind of like, one slip up, if the track is just one of the tracks is slightly out of time, the whole outro is out of time and it's out of flow. New Gold is not my favorite song on the album. I will be honest about that. But hearing how Tame Impala, I don't know Bootie Brown, but his flow was good. I liked the way he flowed. I like the beat that Damon provided him on that track. But hearing Tame Impala and GORILLAZ sound incorporate into a song like that, I thought that was pretty well done. I felt like we got basically what you'd expect if they collabed. I liked the synth lines. Chorus was all right. The chorus was all right. It wasn't my favorite, but it sounded very Tame Impala-like. A Kevin Parker influence was very, very, very prevalent throughout that track. I liked when Damon started coming in and started kind of jumping over the beat there. This also feels like a song that over time, it just hits. It just has got that feeling as well. But on a first listen, I was a little, a lot going on. But I don't think that took away from my experience. I do think it just means that I have to go back and check it out and hear the sounds a little bit more and take in a little bit more. And that I think can only be done through future listens on this track because of the amount of dynamics that are played throughout. Very much this 80s synth has been very prevalent on this album so far, I've noticed.
I met the princess from time She had grown up into a queen. Down in the abyss where the night never turns to daylight. Under Garuda's mirrored eye, she takes flight. Yeah, the kid's alright. You grown up. She fell into the generals on the watch all around her. I fell into the vanity, the mirrored light of my dreams. You grown up. You were in my dreams.
Song, man. Baby Queen, man, just a nostalgic feeling of a song, almost like he's reflecting on someone, just reflecting on someone in his life and just seeing how far they've come and seeing them grow as a person. But yeah, beautiful song. When he came in with that tone, the melody, he sounded great. He really chose a really great melody to sing in, to sing to, and it almost felt really intimate, really candid. The ad libs there, the emotion, it felt quite passionate, it felt very warm. The synths were fantastic. Like I was saying, that 80s synth has been prevalent on a lot of these tracks. I think a lot of the songs on this album have really connected to me because of that feeling of warmth and passion. But that one in particular really, really sent me to a really, reflective place as well. Like the song's tone just feels like that. And I think it's quite easy to do the same when you're listening to it. But just overall, a beautiful song. Tarantula. Oh man, how many sounds are we hearing already on this song? Okay. Alright.
I think the sadness has come again. Green velvet in a passing den. Nobody needs a gold earring. Right aside for me. I know I'm fantasized. Although I don't even find it good for
Nice song. Another really tight song. A lot of really rich sounds coming out. Liking the melody. Consistent. This album has tonally been quite consistent. As I was listening to that song, it just had this awesome moment of just realizing how this channel has been able to allow me to find some bands and artists that I'm going to continue to love and continue to listen to throughout my life. And I'm so thankful for that. But these albums, they're albums that I'm going to go back to for the rest of my life, that I'm going to love and appreciate. It just shows when you just jump out of your own lane, jump out of your own ego a little and go, I'm going to check out these artists because why not? Dedicate a bit of time to these artists that you may have thought, hey, I'd like to check them out one day, but you find excuses not to. Then when you check them out, you can sometimes find your next favorite band, your next favorite artist, and sometimes some of your favorite songs ever. Tormenta featuring Bad Bunny. Now, Bad Bunny is a artist that I really want to get into. The guy is massive. He's headlining Coachella this year. So is Frank Ocean. But Bad Bunny is an artist that I do really want to get into. The guy is massive and he's just blowing up around. I mean, he's blowing up around the world. The streams he's getting is phenomenal. And it might not, on surface level, it seems like it's not a sound that I'd really be into. But just like I can't contradict what I just said, before. Music is open to interpretation, and it's and you can make a call on it if you enjoy it or not, or if it's your sound after you listen to it. I think it's unfair to say, nah, I'd hate that. Nah, I wouldn't like that until you check it out.
The sun in his drawers. Someone cry. Ey, ey, y aprovechame hoy, que mañana me voy y no sé cuándo vuelvo. Si en tus ojos me pierdo y nadie la pidió, pero estamos aquí. Yo no sé si fue Dios, ey, pero creo que lo vi. Cuando me besaste, no sé cuándo llegaste, pero no quiero que te vayas, te hace contraste. Ey, ey, y yo no quiero ver el mundo arder, pero algo tan bonito no se puede perder. El reloj no quiere morder, pero en tus brazos me voy a esconder. Something is the sun in his drawers.
From what I could get from that song, I obviously didn't understand the lyrics from Bad Bunny, but his flow was really interesting. I like how he sung in the first verse. I like how in the second verse he started kind of flowing a bit more, started spitting. Such an interesting concept. It was like this kind of warm, beachy sound, but I feel like Tormenta, I felt maybe the lyrics were quite sadder, maybe more melancholic. And I think it was one of those cases where the sound doesn't actually match the lyrics. In a good way, of course. Yeah, at the end there, it was almost like reality set in, and like the storm rolled in, the chaotic kind of synths came in, and then it was like, let's put the mask back on, and the sunny kind of beach sound came back on. But yeah, I think Damon put a nice beat, a nice instrumental for Bad Bunny to flow over. I think he sounded quite good. I think he looks like he's multidimensional in the way that he can do different pockets of sound, pockets of flow, which is cool. Skinny Ape. like these sounds, man. They're just so
to
good.
the boat, and he's trying to let it go, but nobody knows what the pulling will be. There will be time and there will be a sign when all the kids who have cancelled time will. Don't be sad for me. I'm a cartoon G. And my intent is to breathe in a new world. Don't be sad for me. I can balance on the highest tree, but you can only see outline of me. Don't be sad for me. I'm a skinny little, I'm a cartoon G. And my intent is to breathe in a new world. Don't be sad for me.
I love this song, man. Just great energy, great vibes, man.
And my intent is to breathe in a new world. Don't be sad for me. But nobody knows what they're don't be sad for me.
Cracker Island. It's an absolute cracker of an album, man. I tell ya what, I'm freaking loving this. Just like excellent dopamine hit. Endorphins are just running through my brain right now, guys. Like, this is the music that makes you feel alive, makes you feel pure, makes you feel just wholesome, man. That was a great song. I love how it built. I love Ape. I love how it just kind of, that was the driving beat or the driving force throughout the song was just Ape. And as the song progressed, it just builds, and the sounds that came in were so rich. I loved that ensemble of high energy synths that came in, and kind of, yeah, in the second half of the song, we were first introduced to that ensemble, and it just, at the end there, it played itself out. I love the energy on it. I love the kind of free flowing fun that was felt from that song. To me, that would have been a fantastic outro. We've got one more song though, so let's play it out. Oh, I've just had so much fun with this album, guys. I'll tell you what. I'll take it back. This is probably going to be the best outro. I'll take it back.
I stand and look out on the dark lake where the moon is rising, where things they don't exist, and we're all in this together till the end. Should I ask you for forgiveness and open my heart? If I say these words, will you listen or leave me here in the dark till the end? Where things they don't exist, and we're all in this together till the end. Till the end.
What an album, guys. What an album. What a celebration of music. What a celebration of life, feelings, emotions, and everything in between. Cracker Island was an absolute pleasure to sit through. I didn't really feel sad on this album. I felt quite happy and reflective. Cracker Island, to me, the intro track, it does feel different to the rest of the album in a lot of ways. I don't know. I don't think we really got that style of flow from Damon for the rest of the project. Gorillaz' albums always surprise me. They definitely throw you in a world of different ways. You know, the first couple of songs off Plastic Beach weren't really my favorites. I still enjoyed them. I was still excited listening to them, but it was when the album opened up that it really hit me and I really connected with it. On Demon Days, the intro track, it starts very basic, very electronic, and it's got that punchy Damon vocal, and then all of a sudden towards the end it opens up, and then you know as I was checking out Gorillaz for the first time, I was like, what, man, these albums are phenomenal. They're just phenomenal in the ways that there's so many rich dynamics. It just really plays into the sounds that I really love. The synth heavy, the electronic beats, just the piano as well. The layering on these tracks was really, really well done. But for me, the real celebration was Damon's vocal performance and the melodies that he was singing over and the sounds that we were getting. It really stood out to me. Cracker Island was an absolute joy to listen to, guys. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of that project. I know Gorillaz aren't for everyone, but I'd love to hear what you guys thought of that album. If you are new here and you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the subscribe button to join the community. We listen to a wide array of music. For those waiting for the In Rainbows reaction, it is coming next. That is going to be my next reaction. It's the next video after this one. I know it's taking its time. I really appreciate everyone's patience on that one. I think I've said it a couple of times, but I do really like to sit with the Radiohead albums. It gets me more excited, gets me more pumped, and I cannot tell you guys how excited I am for In Rainbows. So that will be the next video after this one. So if you're interested in that, if you're a Radiohead fan and you're interested in that, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, especially if you're a returning viewer from my original Demon Days reaction, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. It really does mean the world to me. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic week. I'm Caveman Jack, and I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.